This is a video on happiness. It's only a little bit related to my Happy, Active, Healthy 100 Plus channel, which body, mind, food and meaning. So kind of we are like obviously happy, then mind and meaning. And if you look at those things and listen to a guy that a lot of people don't know, it's Alfred Adler. He is kind of living in the same region, so in Vienna, and together with Freud. So he actually, Freud, he and Jung, who was the kind of the student of Freud. But Adler was kind of playing in the same area as though, and he actually did not agree in many things with Freud. So Freud kind of won and Adler lost. Also Adler is, I think, actually on the rising edge, and his stuff is incredible what he did. And putting Adler together with some things I heard, for example, from Raphael Bonelli, but there are other people, and also Freud, that says this, which is that a human being, when being born, and then aging, at the age of 0, it's completely I-centered. It's me, I, myself, selfish. And this is what it has to be. Some people say narcissist behavior. And yes, sure, the little thing only knows itself. And then it discovers, the opposite. So the you opposite, others. So, and it then discovers going from I to you. And so it kind of now has two positions. The one position in neurolinguistic programming, the second position, and that, I don't know, probably it's like around 5 years where this happens. Some people it never happens, or it happens very, very late. And then maybe at the age of, I would put it maybe for some people at the age of 10, but more like 15, 16, so in that area, actually what you do is you discover the we, and that is what Alfred Adler says, Gemeinschaft. So Gemeinschaft, which means the community, our community, the community of everything. He actually said the universe, all the space and the universe, it belongs to that. So what we can say is we go through these 3 steps from I to you and then to us. And now the thing is, when are you happy? And what Alfred Adler said, you are happy when you, so yourself, can you do something for the community, and so you say the community, and now what we can do is, so the community is 3, which means we, something for the community, that is what we think. But now, if you are somebody that is still in this position, then it means you are happy when you do something for yourself. And then an altruist, so that means an ego, so I write it in red here. So an egoist will be happy if he does something for himself. An altruist, so, well, probably write the conclusion in red. An altruist is somebody that wants to do everything for the others. So he is happy if he does somebody for others. So that is when he is happy himself, this one for others. And now the number 3, and obviously number 3 is like the best if we develop this community feeling, which Alfred Adler talks about. And so the guy, so what I call it, the perfect social human, because it's not Darwinistic perfect human, but in like social, the nicest, the ethical, morally perfect human is that sees himself as part, so he of, you know, of the community. And now the thing is, and that's what I like a lot, you can define, and that is for me the interpretation of Alfred Adler's thing, it's I can define different communities, and the different communities, you know, when I do something for them, for those communities which I define myself, then I'm happy. And now, very important point here is I define as the smallest community, and that is different to Alfred Adler, who said the smallest community is 2 people talking to each other. But for me, the smallest community is yourself, is I. So, and you should have this as your community. Woody Allen always had this kind of jokes about this, I love myself and things like that. But if you don't exaggerate and keep that as a kind of a 20% thing that you look after yourself, that's fine. And then you define your community. So there's like your family, your friends, so family, friends, your hobbies, because that is also community, because like Adler said, this is the whole universe. So you define it. You define. So if you do something for the, for example, environment, you know, then you do something and you're happy if you can do that. So that means this sentence, you do something for the community. And so please, something means you decide. Yeah, you decide what you want to do. Obviously, if you watch out, you notice that the community might like it or not. So you have some feedback where they says, oh, this is good and this is bad. We don't want this, but we want that. So, but it's you that decides on the something. And it's you that decides on the community. And I would put here communities. So following this pattern means that you are happy if you can do something for the communities. Now, if you happen to be an egoist, that means you only have this. So instead of being like 20% in the I, you are 100% in the I, and then you are happy when you do something for you. Okay, fine. Then you are happy, but the others will obviously then say, "What are you doing?" And so your happiness will not be. You will be interrupted all the time. Now, if you're an altruist, you don't have these 20%, you have 0 here, and you do everything for, you know, some people that then arrive and you have to do things for them. But fine, if you don't have a burnout and you don't get overloaded, then okay, fine, then the altruist is happy because Maria Teresa, you know, she will be very happy, so that's fine. And I think if the altruist doesn't complain, you know, then it's fine, perfect, excellent, you know, thumbs up for him. But, you know, like the perfect social human, I think, would be the one that looks a little bit after himself, but then has a lot of communities that he actually wants to do good. You know, and this is very, very powerful frame that you control your happiness. And here to finish with the words of Sean Anker, he Harvard professor and teaches the happiness class. And what he says is 90% you decide and 10% are external things. So that means if you are enlightened and if you take your life in your hands, you control the 90%. And that means you choose your communities, you choose what you want to do for them, and then you are happy. And this is, for me, so powerful. It's you have most of the control over your happiness. I hope you liked that video. Has been longer than I thought, but But, well, I think it was worth it. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.